Welcome back, guys, and welcome back to ASM 2021, raising money for Beyond Blue, a fantastic charity working to reduce the stigma around mental health and helping people live their best lives. You've seen Spyro 1 OG, and now we're going to see the same game, but a little bit fancier. Looking pretty fancy, and with less skips, but we are going to see the full game played out today. 80% no Balloonist skip, played by Mage and commed by Clock District. Take it away, Mage.
Hello, as you heard, I'm Mage. I'll be running Spyro 1, 80% MBS with Clock.
Hello.
Yes. Are we ready for countdown?
Yeah, absolutely. Count me in and we'll be good to go.
So on go. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'll be doing Sunny Flight first. We didn't used to do that in the old route, but it grants 300 gems pretty quickly. We skip that cutscene right there. Just mash triangle or Y, depending on your controller preference. So yeah, I'll turn left here. Get this dragon. We can mash through the cutscene, or you can time it if you're good at the game. I'm not. Gonna jump on these pebbles to unlock Sunny. It's like a hidden level. You've probably seen it before if you played the game as a kid. And yeah, this is the first level coming up. There's a lot of load screens in this game. Kind of sucks. A lot of downtime, so there should be plenty of time for donos if you guys want to get them in. We got some cool incentives still. Yeah. So at the end of this... Oh, sorry. Continue.
Sorry, I thought you said you had time for donos, so do we have time to read one?
Yeah. This is just
beautiful.
Basic flight level.
Great. We have $5 from B, who says, "Wide peeper make a keck happy champ hands. Please put this toward Mage during Dreamweaver's jump."
Oh, I'm already doing it anyway, so you don't need to put money towards it. But thank you.
And we do have some fantastic incentives coming through. Spyro 2's Ripto's Rage Spyro color, as we said before. Green's ahead by $50, but yellow not too far behind. We also have the Bioshock 2 Asteroid Spitfire minigame. It's $41 left on that one, so that one's a very close incentive.
As you can see, when I went through that arch there, you can actually get a boost off the debris. I didn't get it there, which it's hard to do. Saves a little bit of time. In flight levels, you'll see me trying to fly as close to the water as possible because you do go a bit faster the closer to the water you are. So I'll be just trying to spam it here. Coming up at the end of this, there is an animation Spyro does whenever you complete a flight. I'll be showing it here. I'll be trying to skip that animation by running into this gem, like that. And that just skips a little fly animation he does in the sky, saves a couple seconds. I'm going to guidebook here instead of saving and quitting. Because it puts us right back at the beginning and I can just go into Stonehill really easy. Everyone's favourite level.
One thing to note about Stonehill here, this is the longest load in, I believe, the whole trilogy. On PC, you generally expect it to be about 40 seconds here, so
yeah, this can be a brutal load.
Is there any reason we don't fly and skip this loading screen?
Because we time loadless, so the loading screens don't matter anyway, and the flying I don't think takes a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of time for him to fly in. As you can see, it's just a little one. So if we fly and skip there, it doesn't really save any time, I don't think. What Boris is saying... Oh, sorry, Clock.
No, it's okay. It's not really worth the couple of seconds of loadless time loss to save some real time.
I mean, it sucks to watch, but... yeah. But what Boris was referring to there, the fly and skip, there's a couple levels where if you pause on the frame of entering a portal for the level, you can quit to the menu and load the game back, and you'll be in the level instantly. And that saves time in a couple levels. I'll be going for them. They're kind of hard, so I'll most likely mess them up, but what can you do? That was Stonehill, by the way. Pretty quick level. So the goal for this home world, we need to just get gems, I believe.
And 10 dragons.
Yeah, 10 dragons, sorry.
Yeah, with each home world, there's 5 home worlds in this whole game.
Yep.
At the end of each home world, there is what we call the Balloonist that will basically go, hey, I need you to get this goal. in order. Sorry, actually, I'll let you do town square before we talk about the balloonist.
Yeah, true. There is a trick coming up in town square called like fairy proxy, or I don't know, you can call it whatever you like, basically. What we're going to do is we're going to get lifted up by a fairy in a moment and skip a lot of the level by jumping up to where we shouldn't be able to jump. You would have seen it in the Vortex run. In OG, you can sort of just like glide up there. It's not that simple in this game. I don't know why I got them first. You don't actually... It's slower to get them first, those crates, but whatever. So we just stand in this spot and we just get flung up like that, and now we're up here. Saves a lot of time. Makes the level shorter. Yeah, it's a pretty cool trick. It's not actually that hard. If you do it too fast, this ball didn't come to me for some reason. If you do that too fast or you're in the wrong spot, you can get flung really high out of the map. It's funny, but it's basically a dead run if you're doing attempts. We guidebook again because we want to go back to the starting position. And we're going to free Nestor here. Nestor's weird. He's the only dragon you can't skip unless you do a jump like this before you're talking to him. And then we can skip him. I believe that works because like you're in the air when the animation finishes or starts or something. And it just allows us to skip him. That there, what I tried to do was an EBL. When you first talk to a balloonist and you jump in the air, if you complete his text box before you hit the ground, you can make the game load earlier. So we can save a few seconds because we time loadless in this game. I guess I should explain why this category is called any % no balloonist skip, or NBS for short. Right here in this homeworld, you can get out of the map, and behind the balloonist in this homeworld, there is a dev portal, and you can pretty much warp to the end of the game, basically. So it makes the run like 5 minutes long. It's pretty cool, but I don't know. I like running most of the game, I guess. I didn't pick it up. But it is a really cool trick if you guys ever want to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's kind of painful. You basically, where the balloonist spits you out, you've got to do a
like
wall
a little
glide
door
right up at that doorway.
Yeah.
It takes you all up to the top of the map, out of bounds, and you have to run all the way around these rocks. Which, by the way, on the other side of these rocks, they still have a mesh.
Yeah.
So you can't really see where you're going. Yeah, it's not a
there
very
is
fun category.
Yeah, there is a mini-map though that you can enable. That does help with the movement, but it's still difficult.
Yeah.
Coming up in this level, there's like a set of stairs, and I can sort of do a jump out of a charge, and it'll give me a bit more height on the jump, and I should be able to skip one flight of these stairs if I do it correctly, but yeah, that's a big if. So it's right here. I did it. I got up to that stair there, just with the jump. You can't do it with a normal jump. You have to do like that weird sort of charge jump. Yes, nice little bit of movement tech, I suppose. There's a jump coming up here. You can fail it pretty easily. Hopefully I won't fail it, and I didn't. Yay. You might notice my FPS. I don't have it actually enabled. There's an we run on either 50 FPS or 30 FPS in this category. 30 FPS makes jumps easier, but all the jumps that you can do on 30 FPS are doable on 50. They're just a bit harder. I just prefer to run on 50 because 30 FPS looks pretty bad, and I'm kind of used to, you know, above 60 FPS gaming. Okay, that was an attempt at a flying skip there that we were talking about before. I missed it. Basically, it's like a frame perfect pause. So there's two other, well, technically three, but I only go for two. I might go for the third one, just because. Hopefully I get them so I can show it off. Coming up in this level, there's a few things actually. First off, there's this thief that we want to position in the right spot so I can fall down and flame him. Thieves in this game, when you kill them, they drop an egg, right? And eggs are another thing that we need to collect. Oh, I messed up this jump. This is an easy jump to mess up if you're not careful. Second try, whatever. That's cool. It's not actually that hard. It looks a bit harder. Oh, I got the firework first try. For some reason, I'm not good at that. As you can see when I killed that thief, when I was in the air, when you kill him when you're in the air, rather, he doesn't do his animation of dropping the egg and giving it to you. So whenever we kill a thief, we want to be in the air while we kill him. So it skips that animation because that animation's about maybe 5 seconds. And over the course of the run, it does add up because we do need to have 5 eggs, I believe, in total. This is magic stairs when we can just jump up like that. Skip some of the stairs. Oops. That was a bit bad movement there. We do have a new route now. We used to end this level at that dragon, but now we go over here. So I get to experience a bit more of this level. The old route, I should mention, is fairly different. In this new route that we have, I say new, it's not that new anymore, but we basically, in this run we use mouse and keyboard as well. And I'll be talking about that a little bit, well, when we get to mouse and keyboard strats. So I'm pretty good on gems. There's kind of a tight gem count in this game. By the end of the second to last homeworld, you want to have 6,000 gems. And there's room in the route for missing about 20 to 30. So you've got to be on top of your gem routing, really. This is just another flight.
Out of all, sorry.
No, continue.
So, out of all 3 of the games, this is definitely the tightest when it comes to gems.
Yeah.
Spyro 2 has quite a few gems lying around. Spyro 3, you just pick up gems like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, Spyro 3.
While Mage is...
Sorry.
Yes, Spyro 3. While Mage is doing the flight, I did brush up on the Balloonists earlier. As I said, there's a Balloonist at the end of each homeworld. The first one, you need 10 dragons. The second one, you need 1,200 gems. The third one, you're going to need 5 dragon eggs. The fourth one, you need 50 dragons. And for the last one, you need those 6,000 gems that Mage was talking about, and that will take you into the final homeworld.
Yeah.
I think this might be
yeah, if you've got donos, flights are pretty good. All I'm doing is trying to stay close to the floor and going for animation skips.
Beautiful. If you'd like some donations now, we definitely have some coming through, and the generosity right now is incredible.
That's awesome.
We have $100 from Dackley, who says, the world's hardest game, world's hardest game. Definitely
Nice.
going to put that money toward that incentive. We have $5 from Beth, who says, for the Ratchet and Clank co-op incentive. And finally, we have $50 from Harpseal2, who says, put this toward the world's hardest game. Which means that incentive is now skyrocketing, but there's still a long ways to go. We still need about $800 to get that across the line before the end of the marathon. So if you do want to make Aussie Speedrun 2021 a little bit longer, definitely put your money toward that incentive.
World's hardest game would be really cool. Let's get that done. Oh, I missed this thief here. That's okay, we got him there. That was a small time loss. I took some damage. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, that thief, you can actually jump across the little pool of goop right when he gets to right when he starts running. You can catch him on the other side and flame him.
Yeah.
And then because he's still in the air, you skip that animation.
It's pretty easy. I'm just bad. So yeah, coming up is Shemp, everyone's favorite boss. He's pretty hunky, I would say. Bit of a handsome fella. Oops.
Actually, we don't see him in this run though.
I think we can get a glimpse of him.
We can, yeah, but we can't get a glimpse of that nice booty that he has.
I could just show the booty off, you know. It is a marathon.
We're not running cheeks percent.
True, you're right.
I should have submitted that, yeah. This level's pretty straightforward. It's really short. Look, there's Shemp. You can see him in the back. Yeah, we don't get to see the behind.
Look at how cool.
Oh.
Look at how cool he looks with those sunnies.
Weird menuing there. But yeah, sadly we don't get to see much of Shemp. That was a bit sloppy level by me, the movement at the beginning. Now we're going into Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern's a really fun level. There used to be a magic stairs in this level as well, but it's been routed out, unfortunately. But there's a couple jumps, and there is a and big Nork in this level. You know, the ones that you charge into twice and knock him off the edge. There's one we can charge out into him at a certain angle and he'll go off in one hit. I can't do it anymore for some reason. I used to be able to do it, but recently I don't know, maybe I'm just missing the lineup. But I'll be going for it anyway because, yeah, even if I miss it, I need to kill him anyway. Nice. We can get all 3 of those there. It's pretty cool. Sometimes you can miss the dude or miss one of the boxes during that, but it's not a big deal. It's only 2 gems. Yeah, coming up. Going to be jumping down here a little early. Gonna jump like this and fall just to get a 5 there. I'm supposed to kill this guy, but I didn't have enough. I wasn't forward enough, I suppose. That's a bit embarrassing. Usually you never take damage really until magic crafters. So I've already taken 2 hits of damage. Doesn't really matter. I can just restore health easily with the fodder you see around.
Yeah, speaking of health, there's a little dragonfly following Spyro.
Yeah.
You probably heard it in the Spyro 3 run. That when you're at full health, he is gold.
Sorry.
Nice. It's all good. When you're at full health, he is gold. Once you take a hit, he goes blue, then green, and then he disappears. Once he disappears and you take a hit, when he disappears, you won't even be able to pick up gems from a distance.
Yeah,
But
you have to like run into
when
him.
he disappears, you take 1 hit and you're dead.
Yeah. So Sparks is pretty essential. He does miss gems sometimes, and it's really annoying. It's a bit, I don't know. He's just a bit of a weirdo sometimes. Likes to screw you over, screw your runs. But yeah, it's really difficult when you have no Sparks. It's way harder to get gems. And that is an EVL. I got it there. So, it's like I explained, when you jump in the air, complete the text box before hitting the ground, we can save a little bit of time, loadless time. But yeah, without Sparks, it's really difficult. I might get it in Misty because the whole of Beast Makers is a pretty hard homeworld. And a Sparksless Misty is something to see, so...
It's definitely an experience for sure.
Yeah, it's something. So this level coming up, actually, we got this thief here. If we miss that thief, it's pretty much a reset. Like, not in a marathon setting, I would just quit the level and reload. But if I was doing attempts, I would 100% reset there if I missed him, because it's impossible to get him again. There's another thief. Ooh, that was close. Almost on the ground there. This is another level that we can do a flying in. I don't usually go for it. I went for it there. I failed it again. So that's 2 out of 2 I've failed. There's 2 more left. Hopefully we get the last 2.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. And also with those thieves, we do need 5 dragon eggs to get out of this hub world.
This hub, yeah.
Yes. We will be picking up more dragons and eggs though, because we will be picking up more dragons and gems.
Yes.
Because we will need them later on.
Most definitely. Upcoming in this level is where I will do the first keyboard and mouse strats. So basically, when you move with the mouse in this game while you've got a supercharge, so you can turn really sharply, and that helps us a lot. We can get to places that we probably shouldn't be able to get to with supercharges. So I'll be showing that off shortly. It's pretty cool. It's a bit difficult. Once you get used to it, it's not too bad, but learning it is pretty bad. So here we go, I'm back to blue Sparks after getting that fodder. All good. Almost messed up this cycle. That was sketchy. No harm done though. The supercharge is coming up. We just get these gems. There's a lot of gems here. There's like a 25, 2 10s, another set of 2 10s. So a lot of fast gems, which is what we all want. So, okay, so here comes the keyboard and mouse strats. As you can probably see the mouse cursor on the screen there. Once I get the supercharge, now I can turn really sharply and get all of these like this. Jump across. Get all of them. I think I missed one, but you get the gist of it. That allows us to get all of those gems really fast and saves a lot of time over doing it the old way.
Yeah, we discovered that if you if you use keyboard and mouse, you can turn very sharply with the mouse.
Yeah, only the
Spyro
mouse.
just turns straight away. Yeah.
If you
The
use like
controller, it's, not difficult.
WASD or whatever, you don't get sharp turns. It's only when you turn with the mouse. That was another one, sorry, I just blitzed through it while we were talking. As you can see, I got all of those gems and those enemies really quickly. It saves a lot of time, these mouse and keyboard strats throughout the run. You can do most of them on controller, but they are a lot harder. This level, sorry, Clock.
That's all good.
In this level, we can do what's called fast cycle. It's pretty hard to do. Hey, we got the free 2 there. It's sometimes you get that 2, sometimes you don't. I like to say we get the free 2. Okay. We might not get fast cycle there because I missed that 10 gem initially. Yeah. That's unfortunate. We're supposed to be able to climb up these stairs before he closes them. And then we'd go over here. Basically, I can explain it while I'm doing the level. So we'd go over here. It's the level like normal, pretty much, but fast. Whoa.
One thing about right here as well, this door that opens and closes, we did mention it before. We don't play this game on 60 FPS because we don't play this game on 60 FPS because that drill will close up that door and he just won't open it again on 60. It's really weird. There's a couple of other frame rates where it does it, but 60 was kind of when we discovered it and went, hey, this is kind of an issue with the game.
Yeah. This is a really scuffed Alpine. I'm sorry you'll have to see this. I've well and truly messed up fast cycle. But yeah, that FPS thing that Clock was talking about, it only seems to happen on 60 or like multiples of 60, we believe. So you could be on unlimited FPS and sometimes that door won't break, but it's kind of weird. FPS above like 50 or 60 really is yeah, I don't know. It's really weird in this game.
Yeah, I think there's a value within the 40s or 50s that can also break this game quite heavily. Yeah, this game most runners will run weird. Either. Yeah, most Spyro 1 runners will run 50 FPS for that reason. But in Spyro 2 and 3, we do like to run 30 FPS because Spyro jumps higher.
Yeah,
the lower FPS is.
It doesn't really matter in this game because you can make every jump on 30 or 50. As you saw there, I guidebooked back to High Caves. That's just because I want to... It's better to exit through the High Caves portal than it is through Alpine. You get that dragon there. More mouse and keyboard stuff. You're going to get this lock chest. It's got a 25 in it. Usually you'd need a key, but with Supercharge we can just charge right through it. Get those 2 guys and now we're in Wizard Peak. Wizard Peak has a pretty big Supercharge in it with the mouse. It's kind of difficult to get the entire thing, but it looks really cool. So hopefully I'll be able to get it, or at least most of it. A lot of these enemies that we kill have, you know, as you can see, 5 and 10 gems, and that's basically what we want. We want to get the high value gems that are fast to get, or any gems that are directly in our path. Okay, the second third, I suppose, supercharge is coming up. We get all those guys, nice and easy. Here's another locked chest that we can bypass getting the key for. Missed a 5 there, that's okay. This is going pretty well. That's interesting. You're not supposed to get stuck like that, but that's pretty much it. Apart from getting stuck there, that was pretty perfect.
The mountain that Mage also just climbed, we like to call that Lucas Hill because the dragon at the top's name is Lucas.
That is correct. Yeah, that went pretty well actually. Apart from getting stuck near the end.
Wasn't too bad. That was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that was cool. I was not expecting to get it at all, but we got the luck on our side, I suppose.
Yeah, Lucas Hill can be a bit of a pain sometimes, especially if you hit a wall at the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to go up nice and slow.
Yeah, or you can bonk on like the fat dude. He's really weird. Yeah. If he's not fully spawned in yet, when you supercharge him, even with supercharge, you'll bonk off of him It's really annoying, so to be safe, we just kill the little dude instead. It's only a 2 gem instead of a 5 gem, but overall it doesn't matter too much. As long as you're following the gem route and you haven't missed too many, it shouldn't matter. These crystal flight, it's another flight. The only thing about these flights is when there's planes in them, the planes can be difficult, but once you learn all the cycles and the pattern of how to do the flight, these levels are really chill most of the time, except icy flight and sunny sometimes. If you've got any more donos for us, feel free to shout them out.
I can definitely call out some of the incentives we have coming up, and also a reminder as to who we're raising money for at the moment.
Yep.
Guys, we are raising money for Beyond Blue, a charity working to raise awareness for mental health issues and reduce the stigma around the issues to help people achieve their best possible mental health. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com or !donate in the chat, and you can put some money towards some fantastic gaming incentives in this run, ladies and gentlemen. We have $41 left on the Bioshock 2 Minerva's Den Asteroids game. That's 86% of the way there. We also have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart category change to New Game Plus all gold bolts. It's a bit of a long stretch on that one, still $370 left, but I think we can pull together and do it. Finally, we do have the world's hardest game. We've actually been graining very well on that one, $764 remaining. So make sure you get those donations in.
So upcoming is Blowhard. Blowhard's a level I've struggled with for a while now. It's just an annoying level to speedrun, pretty much. You'll see these little mage looking dudes, pretty much me, I guess. They shoot lightning, and they can just be really annoying. Like, you think you're going to jump over the lightning, and you don't, you get zapped, and you just lose time, and it can sort of chain together as well, if you get tilted or whatever. I'm just going to flame all those at the beginning. Hey, I dodged this thing. Oh, that was interesting. We want gold sparks here because it's faster to charge those chests instead of flaming them and letting them blow up, because they take a few seconds to blow up once you flame them. So charging them just saves the time. We do take damage, but it's fine. We shouldn't be dying. We're good at the game, hopefully. Nice. I did another one of those sort of extended jumps to hit that guy. Saved a little bit of time. Blowhard's a pretty easy boss. You just gotta flame him 3 times, and then he dies. We hit that chest again. Another example of charging into it to blow it up. Hopefully we don't get zapped here, because he can still attack you after he dies if you're not fast enough to get to him. We were fast enough that time, so no harm done. And that was a pretty decent Blowhard overall. Now we're coming up to probably the hardest EBL. It's just because you get spat out of the portal at like a weird angle and you got to come around like this. Yeah, I messed that up really, really badly, but that's alright. Now we're on to probably the hardest homeworld and the hardest set of levels. Or Blowhard, we can include Blowhard with that, and all the levels in Beastmakers, I would say. Except Wildfly. Wildfly's not too bad. Okay, so Terrace Village is the level coming up. Terrace Village is my favorite level. Not actually. This level is really... It's another annoying level. I might not even make this. Okay, I saved it. That was sus. So this level... there's these enemies in this level that can zap the floor and electrify the floor, and if you're touching the floor when they do that, you get electrocuted and it loses a lot of time, and it can sort of chain together. So hopefully we get some good cycles here. It would help if I go fast, so hopefully I go fast. Nice long loading screen, of course. There we go. Put that chicken there just to heal up. Usually he's in a nice spot. We can just charge forward and get him. This guy here, this gunner, he can sometimes shoot you. I think it depends on like the angle you run in at, whether or not he like charges up to shoot you, because I have to charge up first. I'm gonna do a jump here. I'm gonna jump across this gap. Easy. Gonna do one of those extended jumps. I messed it up, so we have to jump up the pleb way, the casual way. Gonna get this firework. As you saw, you might have missed it, but there's a firework down here where I just was that you flame as well. Oops, gonna kill that guy. So when I get all these gems, usually sparks will stay active even though you get that fodder. There he didn't. That's fine. And there we go, I got zapped. Getting zapped there is usually not too bad. Don't want to get zapped here. I should have flamed him. I would have avoided that, but it's fine. That's Terrace Village. Very fun level. Now we gotta wait for this to die down. It can go a lot worse than this, even though it's not going well at the moment. Kill all these dudes. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That was a really bad Terrace Village. But that's okay.
Nah, it's fine.
You know, one level's got to go bad, right? Gems are looking
Yeah, it's a
good.
marathon.
Yeah. Marathon luck. Pre-Bruno, he's an easy dragon to miss. I think you missed him one time, Clock, didn't you?
I've missed him quite a few times, if I'm gonna be honest. I normally need people in chat reminding me to get Bruno. To be fair, like the first thing you think of is I'm gonna go over to Cletus's and go get gems and stuff. Okay. You don't see him either until
you gotta like
too late.
The camera.
Yeah.
You saw me fall into the water there. That was not intentional. I'm sorry to say. That's just me being bad. Coming up with wild
you can get your sparks back.
Yeah,
you can get your sparks back here on the flight.
Yeah, I might just take a death here to get sparks back. You can get it if you do the flying skip by saving and quitting. That does restore your sparks, but I'm probably not going to get it, so I'm just going to take this death. And I'll have sparks again when I come out. Yeah, another flight level. This time there's boats. They're pretty cool guys, I guess. Sadly, we gotta kill them. Ooh. Yeah, this one
the boats
has...
are cool.
Yeah, they are. This flat has...
The boats are cool, but you have to get nice and close to the water to get them.
Yeah, it can be a bit sketchy, but we want to be close to the water anyway, because we're professionals here. Yeah, this flat has planes and boats, so that's two moving enemies you got to deal with. So I can make this a bit hard when you're learning, before you learn all of the optimal way to do it, I suppose. But once you grind it out, it's pretty easy. We're doing another animation script here. See, it gets cut off by the roof there. You can angle it so you can hit the wall there, and it's a bit quicker. There's also a way where you can pause. It's like a frame perfect pause on the last hit of the enemy in the flight levels, and you can sort of quit out without even seeing the animation. But that's very difficult, and I have not practiced that at all. Shout out to Randy, he found that, I'm pretty sure. Or even if he didn't, it's named after him now. I went for another fly in there. Sadly, I missed it again. So there's one more flying skip, and hopefully I get that one. This is Misty Bog. You might remember this level from when you're a kid. It's pretty hard. It's got like the plants that like eat you. They're pretty scary in the original. They don't look as scary in this, but they're still scary to like go up against. Especially in a speedrun, they can catch you out and eat you, and you lose a bunch of time. So right here I'm going to jump over to this rock. It's got collision, and we can skip a lot of the level. That's pretty cool. Just want to kill these dudes. I haven't mentioned, when you're going upstairs, you want to sort of spam X while you're going upstairs, because it's faster than just jumping up them normally. So you'll see it now, I'm going to spam X, and that's faster than just jumping up normally, as I said. I don't know why, it just is. Yeah, don't ask me to explain it, because I have no idea. I just run the game. We can flame all three of these if you're good. I'm not. I messed it up. That's fine. The frogs here are also really annoying enemies. But if you jump before you charge them like that, they're pretty easy to deal with. Not when they're grouped together like that, but that's okay. As long as we keep sparks here, everything should be fine. Took it a bit easy to avoid that second guy. We don't want to kill him, we just want to kill the other two instead of that third dude. But he can sort of chase after you, and it's always a bit weird, because he's pretty fast and he can catch her, and then your run's not too good then. So down here we want these 10s. We used to get most of the enemies in this room, now we skip a lot of them. And this is the end. That was a pretty good Misty. Yeah. You can do Misty Sparksless, as I said. That's really difficult, and you'll likely lose a lot of time because you're going to be taking it safe so you don't die, and it's harder to pick up gems. To the left you might see some random crosshairs in the air. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know why they're there. I don't think anyone knows. But they're just there for some reason whenever you exit Misty and go towards treetops.
It's just Spyro Reignited trilogy, man.
It's just this game.
Yeah.
A very interesting game. A lot of glitches. A lot of unintended things. So coming up right at the beginning of this level, there's a cutscene that plays. I'm going to try and skip it. Also, this skin that I'm using isn't the default skin. It's like the retro skin. It looks kind of scary, his eyes. Okay, I missed the cutscene skip there. So you can see a little cutscene played. You can skip it if you move to like the back left and do a jump over the trigger, but I messed it up. It's a small time save. We get this key here for the chest because it's one of those chests that we can supercharge through without the need for the key. However, if we mess it up, we want the gems. So getting the key is basically the backup. More keyboard and mouse strats here. I messed up the beginning. No big deal. We just do it again like that. This is the level with the most keyboard and mouse strats. Oh. Like that. I missed the box twice, which is pretty bad. Unfortunate, but that's okay. That's only sort of the first part of the supercharged strats in this level. This level is probably the biggest run killer in run attempts. It's just, yeah, it's pretty brutal if you mess it up. I'm looking pretty good now though. That's a really difficult tunnel there. You can hit a lot of edges. I want to do that. Right, that was pretty clean. It would be preferable if I got those two fan chests there on that charge, but overall that was really clean. Sorry to cut you off, Clock.
Oh, it's fine. That's okay. The thing with treetops is
another
we break this level with keyboard and mouse superchargers quite a lot. And even without keyboard and mouse, we still do the superchargers completely different to how you should for the OG game. Normally you're supposed to chain them together and pretty much go around like the whole level to be able to do it, but we discovered you can just jump off the edge, kind of like use your mouse to just whip around, turn around, get back on it, get even more speed, and then you just get launched.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to do, honestly. Even the controller strats for that level, there's supercharged strats with that. Yeah, even the controller strats are pretty cool.
I agree with that.
But that was
jank, man.
Yeah, Metalhead. This is a terrible level. Metalhead can do all sorts of things. The cycles are RNG as far as I'm concerned. It's just an annoying level to speedrun. But Treetops went pretty well actually. I showed off pretty much all of the strats and it went decently, so that's cool. Really hard to do, even though I might have made it look kind of easy.
Yeah, this level's interesting.
Yeah.
This is a mini boss called Metalhead. We like to call him Jankman because this is probably the thing in Spyro 1 that breaks the most. He can do a lot. He can disappear. He can slide to the side.
Yeah.
He can just not go to his second phase. He can just stop and watch you. Like the list. Like what can't Jankman do basically?
Exactly. You see these like pylons, pillars, I don't know, whatever. Tesla coils, when they're electrified, you can't charge them, and you've got to charge them all to get Metalhead to move on to the second phase. Thankfully that was pretty painless, we didn't get zapped or anything like that, because they can just change on you randomly. Usually they have a wind up, but at the beginning of a phase they just are automatically electrified. Okay, that was actually really good Metalhead.
And
Metalhead
and he
smiled
didn't
down
jank you.
upon us. Yeah. He said, I like speedruns. I like ASM.
Yeah.
Maybe Metalhead will
Name
donate.
of Metalhead. Yeah, I was just about to say that too.
That's pretty
beautiful.
Alright. Yeah, that level went pretty well, honestly. Very nice. If I was low on gems here, say I messed up treetops, I would have to do like a sort of circuit around this homeworld to make up for that, but we're all good. Don't need the backups. I missed that EBL, but it looked kind of good, so that's unfortunate. EBLs save like over the course of the run maybe 10 seconds, I think. And it stands for early balloonist load, I'm pretty sure. And the flying skips, they save around 10 to 15 seconds as well over the whole run, if you get all of them, of course. So it's always good to go for them. You might lose a tiny bit of time, but the payoff's worth it. So we're coming up to Dreamweavers now. We don't do much here. We pretty much do Icy, and then we fight the boss, Jacques. I don't know. You pronounce it however you like. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Kind of in practice mode, sorry about that. Got hit there. I'm not supposed to get hit there. I'm going to go for Dreamweaver's jump. It's the hardest jump in the game if you play on 50 FPS, and I messed it up. Rip.
Yeah, that jump does. Sorry, that jump does skip going into a whirlwind, which I believe it's an extra 3 seconds if you go into the whirlwind.
I think it's
Yeah,
2
it's
or
not
3
too much.
seconds.
Yeah, the Dreamweaver's jump is a bit of a swag strat normally.
Yeah, it's really easy to do on 30 FPS, but it's really, really hard to do on 50. That's like the only jump that's... It's not impossible on 50. I've gotten a fair amount of times, but it's hard, and you can spend a lot of time trying to line it up on 50, so it pretty much isn't worth to go for in runs. But if you run on 30 FPS, go for it all the time, because it is easy time save for you. I should mention, with the cannons, you would have seen me using one earlier in Peacekeepers as well. Okay. On cannons, if you move the cannon with both the analog stick and the D-pad at the same time, the cannon moves a bit faster. So that's just really good game design by the devs. And I'm sure it was intended. You can also triple stack that by using the keyboard as well, but that's really difficult, and I'm not about to do that.
You can you can quad stack it if you want as well.
Ah, there you go, you can quad stack it. But
Yeah, you
it's
can
hard to
use-
control, so you don't want to overshoot.
Yeah, you can use the analog stick, the D-pad, A and D, and also the arrow keys all at the same time.
Oh, the arrow keys, wow. This flight
This is Icy Flight.
Yeah, this is the hardest flight for me, or to me. You see these lighthouses, they have really weird collision for the flame. All the other lighthouses in every other flight have massive collision. Like, you can flame the bottom of them and it will still work. And by the bottom I mean, you know, not even the blue part, basically. It's kind of like that, but it's way more lenient in the other flights. In this level, they can screw you over and you have to go back for them, and that can screw up your cycles. And if your cycles are screwed up, you're 100% losing time. There is no animation skip in this flight the way we do it now. You could go for that frame perfect pause, as I mentioned earlier, but not really recommended. It's quite difficult. I mean, it's recommended if you've practiced it and are good at it.
Do we have time for a couple of quick donations as well?
Yeah, for sure. If you've got donos, Boris, go ahead.
Fantastic, thank you very much. We do have one dono, and it's from the one, the only metalhead, who donates $10 saying, I like ASM, so I decided to play nicely today. Put this towards world's hardest game, and good luck to Dackley afterwards.
Awesome.
It's a good time also just to plug some incentives that do need a little bit of love coming up. They were coming up very, very soon. Both the Ratchet and Clank incentives need a little bit more love toward them to get them going. There's the Rift Apart category change and the Deadlocked Co-op bonus category. We also have the world's hardest game. I know we've been plugging that one a lot, but it is a huge
Let's get
incentive
that
to make
done.
this marathon a little bit longer. So let's
It's
get
cool.
that one done and donate today.
Definitely. Okay, so I've got really good gems here. Basically, you want sort of 5,675 or around that or more. I have easily more than that, so I can sort of skip some gems if I want to here. Basically,
Yeah,
this is the level where you make up your gems if you miss some.
Yeah, there's some good backup gems here. This is your last opportunity for backup gems. Once you leave this level, you should be exactly on 6,000 gems or as close to as possible.
Yep.
The mini boss at the end, he'll actually drop 175 gems. So if you want to know how many gems you need before you fight Jack, you can do 5,825 minus how many gems you have coming in. And if you can get that many gems before you come into this area, you'll be perfectly on track for the 6,000 gems.
Yeah, but you know, that requires doing maths, and we all know that who would want to do that, right? So I just pretty much wing it in this level. I just get how much I feel like I need to get, and usually it works out. Hopefully it does this time.
Yeah.
It's looking like a will.
One thing that Mage also
we're
did
way
before.
over.
Yeah, 23. Oh, there's a whirlwind when you first hit Jack. You can actually go through the bottom of the little island that it's on.
Yeah, it's got no
and
collision.
It still picks you up, pulls you through.
Yeah, it's really weird, but it's cool. It looks cool. You get pulled through the little rock, you know.
Yeah.
I missed the EBL there as well, so I think I'm 1 out of 5. But that's fine.
Yes.
Coming up, we've got Knot Cove. This is a really short level. It's made even shorter recently with a new strat. And by new, I mean actually new.
Like 2 days ago new.
Yeah. I practiced it last night, or maybe the night before for the first time. I got it last night in a run for the first time. It's not really hard at all.
Yeah.
There's this little bit of collision. Yeah, continue.
One thing to note about Knot Cove is there's those dragon heads. You don't need to get any gems or dragons or anything. You just need to get to the end of each level.
Now that
as long as you free Delbin, the dragon that we just freed then, as long as you free him, those heads will open as you do each level.
Yeah, so it's imperative to free him. It makes us have 51 dragons, so it doesn't look as cool as having 50, but whatever.
I mean, it's the same as finishing Spyro 3 with 101 eggs.
Yeah, there you go. So basically here I'm going to jump across to this, and I missed it. I'm gonna die then. That's okay. It's new. We're gonna blame the new strat. I'm gonna try it again one more time. If I mess it up again, I'll just do this level normally. Hey, we got it. As you can see, you can sort of land on that little bit of collision there. I don't know what just happened, but that was interesting. Coming up here is a wall glide. Okay. So basically, we go like that, jump up here, and we fly to the end of the level. This level is really easy. The tricks
jump.
Yeah, the jump's
very
kind of hard.
deceiving.
I bonked once. Usually I don't bonk at all. It's not. Once you learn it and have grinded it a bit, it's really easy, honestly. Not really easy, but it's pretty easy. Coming up is Twilight Harbor. This is another level that we skip a lot of, with a decently new skip found in it. Before, we would do sort of like a wall glide to skip. Now we do a different wall glide and get sort of out of bounds. There is also the poles strat, where you can jump across the poles to your left at the beginning, but that's really difficult and I suck at it, and have never practiced it, so... This is the new fastest way. Okay, not that.
To do the poles, you actually have to turn to the left as soon as you enter the level.
Yeah.
That was found quite a while ago,
like
actually, near like when the game first came out. That was found by Xando Toaster, and we here we have some very interesting naming conventions, so we call it toaster poles.
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do there the first time. It's pretty cool, this skip. You get up and out of bounds and go into that sort of building. There's no collision on like the sides, but there is on the bottom, so we can just run across and fly to the supercharge area, and we just supercharge to the end of the level. So that's Twilight. Pretty easy level, usually pretty chill. Unfortunately I messed it up, or whatever. Here is the last flying skip. I messed it up, damn it. That Nasty's portal, the, I suppose, hitbox of entry for the portal is not as big as pretty much every other portal, I believe, in the game. So that flying skip, it can be a bit easier. You can sort of just like walk into it by using the edge of the portal to like shimmy into the portal, I guess. There's 2 thieves here that we have to kill. They don't have eggs anymore. These guys just have keys. We need the keys to progress through the level. So this first guy, we can get him nice and easy like that. If you miss him, you have to go all the way around. There's not really a good backup. This guy, we want to get him here. Okay, and if we didn't get him there, there's a backup about like a right after that one, basically. So there's that one, that second guy. If you miss him at the start, it's alright. You've got an easy backup. But the first guy, not so much. The first guy is also harder to get, so that's fun.
Also, we're now going to chase Nasty Nork. Just a quick heads up on time, by the way. It's
yeah,
going to be
time
on the
will come
second
up
hit.
on the final hit on Nasty. You know when it is, Boris.
There's 2 hits.
Yeah. Well, you should know when it is.
I do, yes.
So not this hit. He's going to run into like his lava room. But Nasty, basically, we did that glide at the beginning. He runs faster the closer you are to him, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we made that jump without gliding. It's a bit sus, but you can do it. Time's coming up on this final hit. Now.
GG.
GG's. Yeah, he dies in like 1 flame. Pretty weak.
Pretty strong. Pretty weak, yeah.
He didn't really explain the story here. Basically, all the adult dragons call Nasty, like, Nasty Nork some mean things, and he freezes them. So, we're supposed to free him, and that's it. He's the best dragon in the game. It's obligatory to play him. So enjoy.
So, what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard.
Fantastic. I know that we still have one more Spyro game to go in this Spyro block. Did you guys want to shout out yourselves and what you do and anything like that?
Well, I've been Mage. You can find me at twitch.tv/MageRuns. Please feel free to follow if you want. You don't have to. Shout out to ASM, all the hosts, runners, everyone who's donated, the organisers. It's been awesome. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to run this game. Yeah, that's about it. Clock, do you have any words?
My name's Clock. You can find me at twitch.tv/ClockDistrict. I have previously run Spyro. Might pick it back up currently on some other games, but yeah, that's kind of it for me as well.
Great. Well, coming up next, we have the last game in the Spyro block, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, 100% run by Dackley. Looks like the incentive for that is leaning toward green, but there's a little bit more time to change that outcome. So if you do want to donate, now's the time. !donate goes toward Beyond Blue. See you in the next game, guys.
Bye.